Welcome learners to this session of BA Honours English Part 2, Paper 3. The topic is Macbeth, Act 3, Scene 4. A room in the castle where Macbeth and Lady Macbeth are seated at the table with the guests whom they welcome. The murderer whispers about Banquo's death and Fiance's daring escape. Lady Macbeth harks him back to his duties as host. But as he is about to take his seat, he spots Banquo's ghost. He becomes hysterical, tense, and not all of Lady Macbeth's attempts can restore his composure and self assurance. When he did regain his collectedness, once again Banquo's ghost appears and he raves. He is Macbeth. He raves like a madman once again. The guests are dismissed by Lady Macbeth. Macbeth speaks about Macduff's refusal to attend to his commands and resolves to quell all opposition by simply murdering him. He has already taken a decision on that matter. Lady Macbeth is shell shocked and dumbfounded and suggests him to sleep in order to restore his mind. Because, mind it, the ghost of Banquo is only visible to Macbeth. Nobody else can see the ghost except for Macbeth. The scene shows Macbeth being punished and executed by the downfall of his own imagination. The scene shows a noticeable lapse of Macbeth's rational faculties and the inescapable result of his heinous murderous deeds. Sorry. In the dagger scene, he quickly plucks up his courage, but here his mind is completely deranged as he is awed by superstition and the grim spectre of Nemesis that is symbolized by the ghost of Banquo. Lady Macbeth plays her part admirably, but this is the last flicker of a dying lamp, and towards the close of the scene, she shows clear signs of mental exhaustion. The supernatural, which constitutes the chief appeal of the scene, is presented through a medium which is neither purely subjective nor objective. According to Bucknell, the ghost is a hallucination, not an apparition, a creation of Macbeth's heated fancy, not a visitor from the spirit world. Shakespeare has used the supernatural as a modern writer might make use of the phenomena of abnormal psychology. Macbeth has used others to murder for him, thus, tries to evade the charges of murder. He has had some strange childish notion that the second murder would not afflict his conscience if he did not wet his own hands in Banquo's blood. Grierson's critique. Some strange idea is in his mind that the thought of the dead will not haunt him, like the memory of Duncan, if the deed is done by other hands. Bradley. So they think that he has taken a very different view that if he himself does not murder them, he is free from the murder. But this is not true. He is thoroughly wrong. He is conscience stricken. He dreads retribution with a superstitious awe and is afraid of detection. He cannot hope to forego punishment. Murder cries out for revenge, that no murderer can forego retribution. Even supernatural indications reveal the crime of murder. Divination also helps in exposing him when one can understand the secret connection between omens and the future events they indicate. By observing the chatter of various kinds of birds, track down even a murderer who has taken every care to conceal his crime. Now, this scene is at par with Lady Macbeth's sleepwalking scene in, in the coming acts. That's all for today. Next session we'll be meeting.